Whitehouse slowly made his way to the station, pushing 5 heavy coaches. Sure enough, there was Cars's office, which was just a garden shed with some features at it. What the hell was that? Whitehouse looked beyond the station and saw a group of people emerging from the boat exhibit, carrying a struggling corpse fan. They threw him onto the embankment, shouting words that he never thought existed.
For the last time, I knew what I was doing until you came along and stopped me. Yeah, and the same to you, you good-for-nothings. Well, fry my circuit boards and call me Jemiah. Whitehouse! How in the name of God did you survive?
Well, let's just say there's still functioning parts of the time tunnel that came in handy.
So that explains all the short-circuiting. And I thought it was the kill function.
So, tell me, what brings you to the club?
Well, Cars called me up to help him with something here at the club, but he didn't say what floor. But he did waste all my time getting here just to get him 2 bottles of Pepsi. Can you believe that?
Ah, so that's where those bottles came from. But anyway, what was all that about in there?
Well, you know that simulator they have in there? Well, I thought it would be fun to make it a bit more exciting for the visitors. But just before I managed to complete it, the staff members turned on me and threw me out. That explosion, by the way, was them trying to fix it.
Oi! Stop bickering, Whitehouse, and get this train sorted out! And get this other tin pot off the main line!
Here, cuz, I need to get back to work. Cuz is doing our heads in, so I better get this here done before it gets worse.
Hold on, Whitehouse, I was wondering if there were any vacancies in the club, because, well, you know, my life's work's kind of been destroyed because I was trying to help you.
Well, I'll tell you what. I'll ask the chairman later on and see what he thinks. In the meantime here, you can help me with this lot.
Alright.
Right, just push him over to that platform there, and I'll move Betty out of the way.
Righto.
Now then, I should remember how to drive Betty by now. Let's see if I got this right. Handbrake off. Reverse gear. Whistle. And open regulator. Hey, we're away. Right, that's far enough. Close regulator and apply brakes. Oh. Apply... No, Betty, what do you do? Oh, heck. I can't stop! Help!
Whitehouse, look out! You're going to hit the...
But it was too late. With no brakes to help him stop, Whitehouse and Betty were now a runaway, running at dangerous speeds towards Cars's office. With a loud crash, Betty's tender hit the buffers before taking a direct hit into the side of the office. The building vanished in a cloud of smoke and dust. Bits of wood and timber flew in all directions, which landed in certain areas of the station yard. When the dust and noise settled, all that was left of Cars's office was broken wood and glass. Betty's smokebox and funnel stuck out from one end, while her tender and Whitehouse were buried in the rubble.
Good Lord! What happened here?
Well, Cars told Whitehouse to move the maroon train and, well, this happened.
Where am I?
You had an accident, but you seem okay now, except that cut on your forehead.
I'll tell you what, Cart is not going to be one bit pleased when he finds out what happened to his office.
I think he already knows.
Why?
He was in there when the crash happened.
What? Quick, get him out of there!
Both Casey, Corpsman, Whitehouse and the members dug into the rubble to find a very dramatised corpse. He looked around blankly before blacking out.
Take him to the club room. Jane told me she knows first aid. I think you could do with a look at too, Whitehouse. Can you walk alright?
Yeah, I can manage. But I think here, just to be on the safe side here, I might as well get this cut on my forehead looked at. It still hurts quite a lot.
Well, you'll be okay in a few moments. Just take it easy the rest of the day.
Thanks, Jane.
What happened out there anyway?
I don't really know, actually. I applied the brakes, but nothing had happened. Then I started to move faster, and then all of a sudden, this happened.
Well, I took a look at those brakes and I can definitely tell you they weren't in good condition. Seems that the brake gears have been worn down and this meant that the engine couldn't stop properly. Same thing with the regulator and just about everything else.
I have to say, you know quite a lot about mechanics, Corpse.
Oh yeah, that reminds me. Casey, do you think we can get Corpsman a job here in the workshops? you know, we're actually short of staff.
Corpse
and-
Land, welcome to the team. I'll inform the chairman about it and get your papers organised.
Geez, thanks, guys. I don't know what I'd do without friends like you. Something interesting, maybe.
And what about Cars? How is he?
Well, he's recovered from the shock all right, but he's very annoyed about his office being damaged. Best to keep out of his way for a while.
Well, I hope he doesn't find out sooner or later.
I'm sure he won't. Right now he's been spending more time with me for some reason. I think he has a crush on me.
That probably explains the look he made when I introduced him to you.
Well, I hope he doesn't get any ideas about me going out with him.
Just say you want him as a friend.
Never thought of that. I'll say that to him later.
Yup, Cars is heading this way and he's got a grim look on his face. One of the members must have told him what was going on.
Casey! White House!
Oh, crud.
Quick, the back window!
Casey Whitehouse leapt out of the back window, just as Cars burst into the room.
Right, where are they? That no-good White House demolished my office with that death machine! And I bet that Casey told him to do it. Just wait till I...
No, Cars. It was just an accident. Maybe.
And I bet you were in it too, Corpse. And I thought I trusted you. You...
Come on, Corpse. We better go and see what's happening.
You don't have to ask me twice, but 3 times you do.
The chairman of the club was giving his wife a tour of the club. And this is the station where our trains collect our passengers, dear. Ever since we hired Cars for the best here, things have been quite different. Some of the younger members are starting to get concerned about...
Evening, sir.
Mr. Chairman?
Who was that?
Oh, that was one of our drivers and guard. I don't understand why they're running.
I've got you! I'll kill you! I'm sorry.
Cars, what is the meaning of this?
I'm dreadfully sorry, sir. Here, let me help you, madam.
Take your filthy hands off me!
Cars, have you gone completely mad?
No, sir. You seem to misunderstand me. It was Casey and Whitehouse.
Now then,
They...
Cars, I've been getting quite a few reports about you and your behaviour here, but seeing this makes it completely different.
What do you mean, sir?
I'm saying you're completely out of your mind and obsessed with power. I'm sorry, Cars, but I'm afraid I have to ask you to hand your cards.
But, sir...
I'm sorry, Cars, but it's the only way to keep my staff happy. Cars watched as the chairman walked up the path with his wife. Casey Whitehouse watched him from behind a nearby bush.
Anybody hurt?
The only thing hurting now is Cars' pride. He got the push.
Poor lad. I hope it's not too serious.
I'm sure it's not.
Hang on. Look at Cars.
They all watched. Cars stood there in the middle of the station yard. His shoulders twitched. He wiped his eyes, and calmly went over to a nearby bench and buried his head in his hands.
I think we were a bit rough on him. All he wanted was to help run this club as a proper railway.
And we screwed it up for him. God, I feel so bad. Hang on.
Where are you going?
I'm going to talk to the chairman to convince him to give Cars a second chance. Casey, you better come too. You're in this as well.
Alright, wait up.
We'll go and cheer him up and see if he's alright.
Alright, come on, Case. So Casey and Whitehouse went to speak to the chairman. He told them to give him time to think about it, and said everything will be sorted the following week. So when the following week came, Casey was getting himself ready for the morning's work. Once again, Whitehouse was late.
Now where did he get to? How can I run my train without a guard when he... Ah, there you are. Where have you been?
Been doing my new job.
New job? What new job?
You are looking at the new pilot shunter for the club.
But you don't even have an engine to shunt the coaches with.
On the contrary, let me introduce you to the newest member of the fleet. He then disappeared down the line, only to return on a new engine. The engine was a small 040 tank engine, with London Brighton and South Coast livery gleaming. Haha! This is Puffer, my own engine. After saving my pay from work, I decided to get him, and asked the chairman for the job. So, here I am.
But if you're doing the shunting, who does my guard then?
I think that's him over there. Casey turned round to see a familiar figure walking towards him.
Well, Casey, are we getting this train out or what?
Cars! But he...
Don't worry, Kiss. He won't be guard for long. He's learning his way up the board to become station master. Well, Cars, looks like we're in the same boat then.
Yeah, well, I'll be showing you how to do this job
Oh,
properly.
I can't take this. I really can't. I'm going.
Hang on a minute, the train's not due out of the station for 5 minutes.
Listen, mate, I'm the driver and I say what goes.
With that, Casey leapt onto Lady Granger's footplate and opened the regulator. The engine moved grandly towards the station, with Cars chasing its tail. Oi, Casey! Don't run him too hard! It's a long walk to become station master! Well, Puffer, let's get to work. Looks like it's going to be another grand old life on the railways.